Alright, let's get the frequency popping. I thought live videos were supposed to be ad free. Come on. Since when they started showing 3 freaking ads? I started using Florida water, so let's go ahead. Use this my psychic protection. Smells really good. Alright, so I'm gonna start with a collective message because it is late and I don't even know if people are going to join the live. I don't even know. I doubt they told anybody that I'm online. So let's I'm gonna start with some oracle cards for a quick collective. I'm not gonna be on here for too long anyway, because it's Friday night and my kids are still up. So let's see. Holy Spirit. Collective message about upping the protection. Holy Spirit, angels. What's the message about upping the protection for the collective? We got cycles. Number 6. Yeah, you're going through a new cycle, and it's funny because at the bottom of the deck, we have 6 of Pentacles right here. So the number 6 could be significant. Right behind that, we have the 9 of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Yeah, so you're going through a cycle of really having your way. So this is why Spirit is upping your protection. Tell me more about this upping the protection. How teachable are you? Yeah, you've already gone through your spiritual lessons. And this is what I was picking up with the Pisces new moon that we just had the other day. We have number 17, beauty, at the bottom of the deck. All right. Beauty and love. And then behind that, we have healing. So that's beautiful energy. So yeah, you're getting more protection. I definitely feel like your beauty is getting ready to be amplified. More love is coming into your life as well, collective. You may have already been feeling this. But if not, it could be because there's a lot of evil eye, right? People from the past, people who don't know what you've been through that are still sending you negativity. But you're going to have your way regardless. 9 of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Because you've gone through your lessons. People don't know what you've been through, but they want to continue to project that you should go through more. All right. I do feel like soulmate connections are coming together as well. You and your soulmate are actually alchemizing, okay? With the alchemy card right here, holding the soul. Yeah, you're alchemizing negativity. You're alchemizing trauma. You should be, okay, but you could be getting trauma informed as well, collective. So we love to see it. So let's pull from the What's the Vibe deck. Hi, guys. Let's pull from the What's the Vibe deck and see what else is happening with this protection that's coming toward you. I am listening to the Archangel Michael frequency, so you guys could work with Archangel Michael, or I feel like Archangel Michael is going to be working with you. These cycles. Wishful thinking, second chance, deja vu, and nostalgia here with cycles. All right. That deja vu message that I put out could have something to do with this. About how teachable are you? Suffering in silence. Yeah, you've gone through many cycles of suffering in silence, unspoken desires, real feelings, and broken dreams. Okay, and I did see the daydreaming card at the bottom of the deck. So you've been through cycles of daydreaming, of wishful thinking. So I really feel like whatever this past cycle or these past cycles that you've been through, it's in order to get you acclimated with your desires. So if you're used to seeing people have what you want to have experiences, things, materials, whatever it is, it was literally to challenge you to, like, God was watching you, and it's like, okay, do you want that? Right? To challenge you in terms of what it is that you want to manifest. Right? And you were going through these cycles, suffering in silence, because you were building your spirit, and at the same time, you were getting in alignment with whatever your desires were, whatever it was that you want to manifest in this next new cycle, and in the future as well. Yeah, longing at the bottom of the deck. Okay? So you have to see things, and I said that in the Pisces new moon message. Everything that I'm not made me everything that I am, right? Everything that you weren't made you everything that you were and everything that you are. These are ways of being. These are characteristics. These are gifts, talents, things that you had to find out about yourself that you could do, that you had, that you could hone into, that you could invest into, that you could learn, right? So let's clarify this love. I can't lie. I can't make it up. Archangel Michael is out here. He's the one that's going to be up in your protection, divine intervention. Prevent it from harm. You're prevented from harm. You've been prevented from harm. With anything that you love, anybody who loves you, anybody that you love. Nine of Cups and the Ace of Cups. It's yours. Clarify, beauty. Salty, bitter, angry, and petty. Yeah, so again, there's a lot of evil eye, a lot of negativity that could definitely be, that you could be used to experiencing, and that you're going to be used to experiencing in this next new cycle, which I feel like, you know, with this wishful thinking and suffering in silence, pretty hurts. Okay? Yeah. Waves and drowning. Water could be significant. You guys could be water signs. Okay, with this waves and drowning. But yeah, pretty hurts. Beauty hurts. And beauty is only skin deep. I don't know why I'm being called to say that. But people definitely could have projected onto you that you had, you know, pretty privilege, or you were having the best experience, because I don't know, I'm hearing like someone say, oh, I'm feeling depressed, or I'm depressed, or I have bipolar or something like that, and everybody's like, well, you're pretty. That's not what I said. I said I don't feel good. I said that I'm not having a good day. I said that I'm depressed. I don't need you to respond, well, you're pretty. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you definitely could have been drowning in your own emotions, and you're a human, right? So anytime that you have emotions, anytime that you're having a bad day, anytime that something bad happens to you, people will project, well, you have this car, you have, they'll start projecting wherever they feel lack onto you. They'll start looking at your shoes, and they'll start looking at your clothes, and they'll start looking at the things that you have, and they'll start looking at this and that to try to negate your experience. And that's also what you're getting protection about. You also had to heal around that. You've also had to realize that these things that people do in terms of projection, in terms of trying to deflect when you're talking about your aches and pains, your heartache, when you're talking about your whatever it is that you long for, your desires and things like that. Because it's almost as if people didn't think that you deserved more because of the things that you already had. And it's like, that's not how life works. Okay? So you had to heal around that. You had to realize that it wasn't personal. So tell us about this healing. Yeah, antisocial. And you're feeling silent treatment and left out. Part of this could have been you being left out. Or you just simply being in your feelings. Or you could have had, you could have went no contact with certain people, or just went into hermit mode so that you could stop this radical projection that people were doing to you, trying to say that you should not be having the feelings that you're having, the desires that you have, anything. It's like whether or not you had high vibrational feelings, thoughts, and actions, or low vibrational thoughts, feelings, and actions, there was always someone around a corner waiting to project onto you. Well, you can't be desiring that because X, Y, and Z. You're a black woman, or you're a white girl, or whatever the case is. And then if you're sad, somebody's around the corner saying, well, I had it harder, or so-and-so had it harder. And it's like, it makes it hard for you to even be human. Tell us about this wishful thinking. Yeah, hopeless, loss, depression, and suicide. I talked about that. It's like, oh, I don't feel good. You could have been a child who dealt with a lot of depression or ideation or a lot of loss in your life. And especially as a child, I can definitely relate to that. Sometimes our caretakers will think that we also are not in the household. We're also not having these experiences with them. Like, I know that you may have gotten fired from your job, Mom, but now I can't eat. You know what I'm saying? Now I can't sleep. The roaches and the rats, they're on me. And it really gets you to thinking. Or I'm picking up a situation to where, you being the third party in a situation, and people are blaming you because the person, the masculine or whoever it was, didn't tell you that they had a family, or they didn't tell you, what was really going on in their household, in their life. And it subjected you to certain situations, to certain realities. And that brings along more projection. Yeah, stagnant in family. Let's see, what's suffering in silence? But this only, like I said, everything that you weren't made you everything that you are. Yeah, recharge, breathe, let go, clear your mind. Everything that you weren't made you everything that you are. So all this suffering in silence, these cycles of suffering in silence, these cycles of wishful thinking and feeling hopeless around the wishful thinking, oh, I'll never be able to get that, oh, I'll never be able to do that. And that's why you have to take a step back from people so that you can start to think for yourself, so that you can tap into this healing that Archangel and all the archangels and that God essentially has for you. Because you are the chosen one, you're the generational curse breaker. And if you were to stay in those cycles, if you were to stay in those patterns, those thinking patterns, those behavior patterns, you will continue to have wishful thinking, and at the end of the day be hopeless, because faith without works is dead. You got to have the faith, but you also got to have the works. So like I said, with the suffering in silence and recharge, You had to clear your mind. Archangel Michael is here with the longing card, missing you, let's talk, and reunion. So you may want to up your prayer, okay? Up your, doing a fast may be significant, up your protection right now. Actually build a bond with Archangel Michael. We have puzzled, confused, perplexed, conflicted, here with the beauty card and salty. Yeah, a lot of people have been conflicted, puzzled, bamboozled behind your beauty. Yeah, glow up. Let me see. Psychopath, masculine energy, smell the roses. Alright. Okay, especially if you're a divine feminine. I've been seeing, and this is, you know, part of the patriarchy, and this is part of the bigger plan for them to have men against women, for men to think that women have it so much easier because we're women, or simply because we're this and we're that, right? So that could be part of this as well. But also, you know, again, other women who may put themselves in competition with you, who may, this could have something to do with ageism, older women versus younger women, black women versus white women. You know what I'm saying? But not even just in terms of whatever gender gender or sexuality you identify as, but just in general with your sense of self. With the beauty card out here, people being puzzled and salty because of your self-expression. And so when you express yourself in any way, again, like I said, whether you're expressing desire or whether you're expressing hurt and pain, people start to project on you that you should not have those feelings, or that you can't have this, or you can't do this, or you can't be this or that. But you're getting ready to have a glow up nonetheless. What about antisocial? Chaos, upheaval, disaster, and downfall. And sipping. Rumors, gossip, and nosy. Okay. So while you were taking this this break, people were definitely using that time to create narratives, to run and go tell that, oh, well, the collective must be doing that. I think the collective's doing this. I think the collective, yeah. But they were trying to make it seem like they really had your best interest at heart with the nurturing card here, and that you were just going through different consequences. So I definitely feel like, okay, this message is around people saying that you were getting karma, collective, and you were never getting karma. You were never, you know, downtrodden. You were never in poverty. You didn't get into a bad relationship. You didn't lose your job. You didn't lose your house. You didn't lose your car. You didn't lose in life because of karma. Negative karma. You didn't lose in life because of negative karma. I don't know what these people are thinking. And then they're trying to make it seem like, oh, they care about you. Mask and nurturing. Consequences, clingy. Thrills. Yeah, they were saying that you were still in bad cycles, continuous cycles, bad decisions, addictions. All right. And for some of you guys, maybe, you know, during these cycles of wishful thinking and hopeless, you did have addictions. Maybe you did. Maybe the trauma did get to you. Right? But that doesn't mean for these people to treat you like everything but a child of God, does it? See, that's what I'm talking about with this salty and beauty card. Salty about your beauty will make people revel in your downfall. Let's get the tarot. What is Marduk? What's that? Yeah, so your beauty, your inner beauty, your outer beauty, it really had people reveling in your quote-unquote downfall and these cycles of bad luck. And I feel like Spirit is saying that Spirit wanted to see how people were going to react. Yeah, you're getting ready to have the Ace of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. So if people were laughing at you going without, being sick, being depressed, being homeless, living in poverty, being hungry, going without, oh, she owe me money. Yeah, he ain't never paid me back from the last time. Okay, you're gonna be able to pay them back and add tenfold to it, and never have to speak to them again. Yeah, it's finna be that. It's finna be that. You could have had to hide from folks. You could have had to hide from folks so that they wouldn't try to come after you while you were hopeless, wishfully thinking. It's like, bro, I can't give you something that I don't have. I literally don't have it. But watch, you about to have it. You about to get it. And God's going to give it to you. I can't make it up. 4 wands. And God's going to give it to you. You're going to be celebrated. You're going to be celebrating. You're going to be having different shindigs. Okay? And I'm telling you, 10 of Pentacles is on its way to you. This is your legacy. It was already written in the stars before your inception. It was already written in the stars before your inception, baby. You were already written in the stars to be a tower. The Empress, 3 of Swords in the tower. To be a tower to people who lack the heart, to people who lack the mind, to people whose heart chakras are not awakened. Yeah, I went through all of that, and I'm still all of this, and I still have everything to give. While people watch on the sidelines about you getting your justice, and they feel some type of way about it. Because again, these are people who were reveling in your demise and your downfall. What you thought was Collector's demise was really God putting them in the skies. You're a whole star. Yeah. Temperance, Knight of Cups, and the 10 of Swords. Archangel Michael here, tempering everything out. Archangel Gabriel here, tempering everything out. Closing out these contracts with these phonies and these jabronis, with these NPCs, with these karmics. No, you're no longer needed. We heard what you said. Collective may have not heard what you said. Collective may have not saw what you did, but we saw it. Yeah, we saw it. 5 of Swords in reverse. There will be no getting over. So when Collective has this manyan coming in, when Collective has these millies coming in, you will not be getting $1. Collective is going to have 10 times over what they owe you. And that's all they're going to give you is what they owe you. Don't ask for nothing else. Okay? What was up with you suffering in silence? So I hope you're taking this time to breathe, ease your mind, clear your mind, let go. Yeah, breathe, let it go. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb. Don't worry about it. Queen of Swords and Death at the bottom of the deck. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it's coming back out. Death. And the Fool. Yeah, this is indicative of this new beginning. You've transformed in your onward and upward with it. You're going on a new beginning. So this suffering in silence, this cycle is getting ready to end so that you can take new leaps of faith. You have places to go, people to see, and things to do. Clarify Archangel Michael. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Nine of Pentacles. Inner strength. That's literally what I just said. Everything that did not work out, everything you weren't, Eight of Pentacles in reverse, if I could pick it up. Eight of Pentacles in reverse, everything that you weren't, everything that you're not, is getting ready to make you everything that you are. And it made you everything that you are. Strength in the Nine of Pentacles. It takes time. People who are resilient, people who have perseverance, they're not resilient, they don't have perseverance because they've never been through anything. Quite the opposite. You're self-made. You're a self-made Billy. You're a self-made Millie. The Sun in the Hermit. Yeah. People are getting ready to retreat because the bright is going to shine so bright. The light is going to shine so bright. I'm at. Yeah. Nine of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. Your light shine. Your light. Imagine trying to dim my light when I'm sick. Imagine trying to dim my light when I'm in isolation. Imagine trying to dim my light when I'm down, when I'm depressed, when I'm down bad, when I'm downtrodden, when I'm homeless, when I'm this, when I'm that, when I'm that, when I'm that. Collective. We got to make it make sense. So imagine once you get the money, once you get the resources, once you get the friends, once you get the lover, once you get everything that your heart desires, everything that you had wishful thinking for while you were hopeless, imagine what it's going to be like once you get those things. You're definitely going to be isolated. You're definitely going to be antisocial. People are either going to respectfully bow out and leave you alone, or you're going to respectfully bow out and leave people alone because you're going to realize these people are using me. They want to use me. They don't really have my best intentions at heart. So you need to, yeah, with the Queen of Swords here, be careful about who you work with. Once your life changes, once your life shifts, as your life shifts, because it's already happening. Yeah, Five of Wands, because people have been in competition. People have been trying to stop you. People have been trying to block you. People have been puzzled about your beauty. People have been salty about your beauty. What's the antisocial, chaos, and slipping? Seven of Cups. Here with healing. Yeah, people are very confused, very perplexed about your healing. Very perplexed about your beauty. Queen of Cups. And the Moon. Yeah, they don't know what's going on with you. Queen of Cups and the Moon. The Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. They don't know what's going on with you. King of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, the Chariot. But they see that you're balancing your masculine and feminine energy. They see you getting to the bag, though. That's all they know. They don't know much, but they know that you're getting to the bag. They know that you're tapping into this legacy, this divine legacy. You know that you're the chosen one now. After years and years of spiritual warfare, after years and years of trying to convince you that you're not this, you're not that, you're everything but a child of God. Now you know you are a child of God, and you may be the only one who truly has the tools. You got the skills to pay the bills. I don't know. There could be siblings here because I'm picking up on that bro-rilla situation. And this is my issue with society. Why are people putting bro-rilla? If you don't know who bro-rilla is, if you never heard of the rapper Glorilla, she's a girl from Memphis. Regular schmegular everyday girl, used to work at Checkers / Riley's or whatever it's called. I'm not really sure what it's called. But yeah, she blew up. She blew up, and now she's, a big time rapper or whatever the case is. Her sister looked just like her older sister, came online and ran a smear campaign about the girl online, told the whole world about how she really didn't F with her and all this, that, and that, and this. It took everything for Glorilla to finally respond to her. And when she did respond, we've come to find out she is actually taking care of her parents. She did as much as the parents really wanted her to do. They're fine. She's, I think, the youngest, or she's not the oldest, but she's like maybe like a middle child or the youngest of like 9 kids. And but only one kid came online running the smear campaign. So who are you to be? First of all, you're talking for the whole group. No, you're talking about yourself. You wanted that for yourself. And now that the world is finally giving her the attention that she so desperately asked for, I don't see her showing us the receipts of her handing down money to her other 8 siblings or 7 siblings, because Glorilla already got it, and Glorilla didn't have her hand out. You know what I'm saying? But my issue with the collective is we bring back shame. Okay? Why are we rewarding someone for their bad behavior? The only thing that she's ever going to be on national television about, on anybody's phone about, on anybody's timeline, in front of anybody's algorithm about, is fuckery. Quite frankly. But, I mean, I guess. And people were all like, oh, she's funny, she's this, she's real, she's nice, she's real. Somebody said, because nice guys finish last. I don't believe that to be true. We just live in the upside down world. We're truly living in the Twilight Zone. This is the Matrix, though. Welcome to the Matrix, guys. This is why people who have our heads screwed on straight, we have integrity. We're locked in with Christ consciousness. You don't even have to be like locked in with Christ consciousness. You could just have common sense. You know what I'm saying? And you could just see things, and it's just like, I don't understand how that equals that, but okay, I guess. It's not reality. It's not. It's truly not. Just because you make something real doesn't mean that it's reality. We turn on your TV. What do we consider to be reality TV? That's not even real. This is the Truman Show. They can make anything reality through manipulation, through lies, through anything. It's not reality. If enough people were tapped into their intuition, into their third sense, or their fifth sense, rather, you would see that what's happening spiritually is the truth. What's happening in reality, that can be doctored. That's why you have legit hellions and idols. We're down here worshiping idols, and we think that these are people who are actually worth a damn. But they're only worth a damn because we're being programmed, because there's agendas to keep us less fortunate, to keep us debauchery, to keep us in poverty in the mind. Yeah, 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands. They're investing in projecting lack. So, let's see. How are you being protected? Archangel Michael, how are you protecting the collective? It's the NPC Showdown Hoedown. So I'm here to help the collective with mass awakening, with ascension. And many are not coming. So it's been and that's why I don't really go live a lot, because I get attacked by NPCs who think that they know what they're talking about. And that's not to say that I know everything, that I don't know everything. I'm willing to, you know what I'm saying? We can have a conversation about shit, but it just be crazy. It just be crazy. But this is what the awakening is about, because when you're brought the truth, it's going to shatter everything that you think that you already knew. And yeah, that can be mind-boggling. but you gotta do it. So anyway, let's see. How is Archangel Michael protecting the collective? Okay, have a good night. We got Palo Santo. Smooth, spicy aroma clears out negative energies. Yeah, clear it out. Clear out the negative energy. Instills calm and relaxation. Fills your home with joy and harmony. Like, I don't even know where you got that from. Let's see. Archangel Michael, how you protecting the collective? We have causing unexplained body pain and numbness with suffering in silence and recharge. Seek someone to perform / learn to do a hex breaking ritual with Archangel Michael. Yeah, and with this being here with the Eight of Pentacles, it's definitely not working. Definitely not working. Keep that thing on you. The person hated on you has narcissistic behavior. Yeah, that's why they're puzzled and salty about your beauty. Only a narcissist will be puzzled and salty about someone else's beauty, and I talk about this. We should all be the main character in our own lives. Coming over onto somebody's platform or coming over into someone's life, period, point blank, and trying to change their beliefs, change their thoughts, change their mind, project that they don't think right, or project that they're not this and project that they're not that. On my platform, I think that you're in the wrong space. Jam. Copycat. Trying to be just like you in everything that you do. I think that sometimes I be seeing the mental illness and what are those people called? The Brotherhood. They be wearing those purple shirts. And they go out and they go in front of churches and stuff and they try to convince people not to go to church. What are they called? I can't even think of it. The name. Yeah, that's mental illness. Yeah. So Spirit is saying, beware of anyone from the past wanting to enter back into your life. Yeah, because you're going through this next cycle. Yeah, they can't stand to see you shine. I can't make it up. You're going through this next cycle. They thought that they were having their way by seeing you down bad, and they're getting ready to see that they were never having their way. So they're not coming back. It's a wrap. It's done. We can't let that shit slide. Period. Projecting onto my beauty, projecting onto my reality because you're intimidated by my beauty, projecting onto my reality because you're intimidated by my self-expression is weird. I can't forgive that. I'm sorry. I can forgive, but I can't forget that. And yeah, we're just not going to go there. We're not family. You're not part of the Cosmic Cousin Collective. Tell us about this new cycle. Tell us about... Do I know what's going on with what? I can show you. This is... I'm confused, Eduardo. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Who wasn't honest about what? You asked the question? Listen. Doris, you're projecting right now. I'm not even talking to you. I'm just channeling. I'm reading the cards right now. I'm not doing anything to you. So, anyway. Yeah, this is what it's given right now. Attack, attack, attack. I'm confused. What are you talking about? What have I not been honest about? I'm not even, this is not a personal reading. This is a collective reading. This is for the collective. Who's Benford? Is the elevator going all the way to the top, guys? Let's get back to the reading. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, what's the disciples card? What's going on? What's the disciples card? Change, yeah, you're going through changes. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. You gotta move. You gotta, I keep saying it, everything that you're not makes you everything that you are. You have to go without something in order for you to desire that something. That's why I'm picking up, like, that's why we see these super rich kids. And it's just like, why are you doing this? You have everything you could ever want in the world. Why are you, you know what I'm saying? Why are you having like a meltdown? Why are you having like an identity crisis? Because they didn't have to work for anything. They already have everything handed to them. So they, at this point, they have to just go out and do dummy missions. They just have to do it for the plot. And that's just their karma this lifetime. Because 9 times out of 10, their parent, whichever one is the most successful one, or whether both of them are successful, they've already done the work. 9 times out of 10, the parent came from poverty, and the parent had to go through, you know, all these different karmic cycles of wishful thinking and being hopeless, and that's great. That's what generational wealth is all about. That's what we all should be striving for: stability for our loved ones, stability for our children, stability for the next generation. You know what I'm saying? So that's not to come at people who have it. Yeah, that's not to come at people who have it. But I'm just saying, that's as far as why a lot of these people, you know, rich kids and stuff like that, they feel like they lack purpose. But some rich kids, they know that they have purpose, and they use their platform to do good things, and they use their platform to be good people and to pour back into the collective. And they form their own legacy, and they're not just out here, oh, I'm just going to spend all daddy's money. I'm just going to, you know what I'm saying? So it's all to experience change. Self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. Here with recharge, yeah. So you had to recharge from suffering in silence. You suffering in silence caused you to recharge, go within. These cycles, these karmic lessons with the how teachable card are you, were for your self-esteem, to build up your self-esteem. I've been attacked enough to know why you're attacking me. Heard it all before, seen it all before. Okay? Yeah, trust and imagination. Heard it all before, seen it all before. I trust myself. I am a prophet, okay? My works have already been, I'm very esteemed already. I'm very delighted with my own gifts and my own energy, with my own talents. So, yeah. You had to go through these cycles of suffering in silence so that you could do your shadow work, so that you could realize, okay, I'm in cycles of desperation. I'm in cycles, I have this, I have that, I have this mental health issue, or I have this addiction, I have whatever the case is. What do I need to do in order to get myself out of this? Okay, let me get trauma informed. Okay, let me heal my attachment styles. Okay, let me get it together, because I have places to go, people to see, and things to do. What's this? Archangel Michael. Here with love. Yeah. And Archangel Michael loves you. Acceptance. I am learning to accept things that I cannot change. And empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of the situation. And your crown chakra is definitely popping. So start listening to your intuition. All right? Start listening to your intuition. This is part of your self-esteem. You have a self-esteem. And as you're going through these different shifts and changes, you need to definitely have high self-esteem and listen to your intuition, because people are going to try to attach themselves to you. New levels and new devils. People are going to try to attach themselves to you. People are going to try to come back from the past. You're going to be meeting new people who are going to, again, when you didn't have it, they were projecting onto your self-esteem. Now that you do have it, what you think they're going to do? Project onto your self-esteem. Project onto your beauty. Looking at your nails, looking at your nail beds, looking at your toes, looking at the car that you drive, looking at your clothes, looking at your hair. So to see what it is that they can project on. To see if they can find a flaw. To see if they can find an error. To see if there's something that they can make up out of thin air. To create a problem where there was never a problem. You have to have self-esteem around these changes so that you can nip it in the bud. And also have empathy. That's why you have to be a well-rounded individual. That's why you have to be able to see things from a higher perspective, not even just from a different perspective, but from a higher perspective. Your perspective, the perspective of the situation, and the perspective of the other person. 9 times out of 10, it ain't even about who's right. I'm not here to be right. Christ consciousness is not about being right. It's not about being right. It's about doing what's right, yeah. It's about saying what's right, yeah. But we're human, so we're not always going to say what's right. And I have Mercury square Mars, so I'm damn sure not always going to say what's right. I cuss. I fuss. I talk my shit. But that's okay. Because we're happy. Alright, so let's see. Yeah, antisocial and love. Here with healing, because that's what it's all about. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. That's what it's all about. That's what healing is about. That's what healing is for. That don't mean you gotta love everybody. Some people you do gotta keep your distance from. That's acceptance with empathy. Nah, not my cup of tea. But yeah. And I recognize I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I'm not trying to be. But yeah, that's what it's about. So this protection is coming because you've gone through cycles of suffering and silence, and now it's time for you to speak your truth. Now it's time for you to get all of your desires. You're getting all of your desires, and Archangel Michael and Spirit does not care how anybody feels about that, because they wasn't with you shooting in the gym, period, point blank. Point blank. Especially people who have narcissistic behavior. You're exactly who God is calling into the principal's office. Excuse me. Why are you attacking the chosen one? I sent you here to hear a message. But everybody ain't gonna hear. Just like everybody ain't gonna see. I already said it. It's the NPC showdown hoedown. So the more you step into your power, the more you walk into your power, the more you start tapping into this Christ consciousness, and you're ascending, and you're growing, and you're healing, and you're getting trauma informed, the more people are going to, and it's sad because a lot of people in the collective, like we're all, I don't resonate with victim consciousness at all. And that gets you attacked. When you don't resonate with victim consciousness, that gets you attacked. It's unfortunate. But I understand it. Acceptance with empathy. I understand it because in some way, in this matrix, and I don't care if you don't consider this to be a matrix, go do something else. In this matrix illusion, we are all a victim in some way, shape, or form. Because there is propaganda, because there is agendas, because there is principalities and wonders of this world that we cannot see and that we do know about, who are doing any and everything up under the sun. But let you make one little street infraction, you're going to jail. I have a whole list of motherfuckers who need to be going to jail for a long time. But yet and still, this is not reality. Yeah, it's reality, but it ain't real. That's been proven time and time again. The law ain't even real. I laugh at the law. The justice system. Shit, I just talked about everybody being a victim in some way, shape, or form. I'm pretty sure every person on this earth has been victimized by the justice system in one way, shape, or form. Especially now that our rights are being infringed upon, that we have groups of people whose rights are being infringed upon. And I'm in America, so I'm still privileged in that way. I can't imagine being born into a third world country where my rights are being infringed upon, where I literally don't know if I'm going to be able to eat the next meal, or if I'm going to be alive to eat the next meal. That's crazy to me. But this is reality. So let's get real. Pleasure. Yeah, you're getting ready to experience pleasure, whether they like it or not. You may have come into this world. Yeah, manifestation. You're getting ready to you're manifesting all your worldly pleasures. You may have come into this world one way, but you're definitely leaving up out of here another. Changed, renewed, revived. Tell me about this self-esteem. Secrets revealed. Number 36. With the suffering in silence and recharge. So, Spirit is going to show you more things. Yeah, secrets revealed about your worthiness. Spirit is going to show you even more about how worthy you are, how worthy you've been. Awakening. Archangel Michael is here to help you with your awakening. So hold on tight. 40. Number 40 could be significant. Yeah, this is for liberation. But like I said, everybody don't want to be liberated because they're too busy looking at the glass half empty. But I'm a victim. I get that. I understand that. Acceptance with empathy. I get that. But instead of looking at it from the glass half empty, look at it from a spiritual stance. Because yeah, I know we're living in reality, but this is the matrix illusion. You can literally change this matrix. It's so bendable with your mind. Do you know how powerful you are? Good juju and divine lineage. Do you know how powerful you are? Do you know where you came from? Let me spit something to you. Do you know where you came from? It's a wonder that we're even here. That's a miracle in and of itself. That should liberate you right there. Feeling safe. That should liberate you. To know that you have places to go, people to see, and things to do. And a lot of people, their heart chakras have been closed because they don't feel safe. They have not felt safe in their body. They have not felt safe in their mind. They have not felt safe in their vessel, in their homes, in their families. Whatever it could be. And one thing can lead to the other. Tell us about this feeling safe. Speak up. And Archangel Michael holds the sword of truth. Yeah, it's about vulnerability. People are afraid to be vulnerable in the collective. Which is why I consider the Cosmic Cousin Collective my journey of me being a safe space. Not only a safe space to people that I come across, but a safe space to myself because I did not have that. That's me nurturing my inner child. So I had to get trauma informed. I had to learn about how I was victimized. I had to pull myself out of that sickness, out of that illness, so that I could be everything for myself that nobody ever was for me. Now that I have recharged and replenished myself after cycles of suffering in silence, now that I have breathed, recharged, let it go, cleared my mind, Spirit put me on that path. All right, now go talk to the collective. Switch this platform up. Use it for something good. The truth is, the secret is that you're worthy. You've been worthy. The attacks wouldn't have been so bad. The attacks wouldn't be so bad if you weren't worthy. If I didn't have anything to steal, if I didn't have anything to take, I wouldn't be attacked. You got to look at it that way. Some people don't ever want you to have self-esteem. Well, why not? What could I accomplish if I did? It really gets you to thinking. Especially with this causing unexplained body pain and numbness, it's seeming like there's attacks to stop someone from moving forward, to stop someone from ever getting up, to stop someone from ever feeling. And I said that today. Yeah, I have a lot of attacks. Well, it was yesterday. I have a lot of attacks on my heart chakra because a lot of people, their heart chakras are closed. How dare you love? How dare you still be kind? How dare you still. And I'm still. Peace, be still. Because you need it. You need it more than me. That's the irony about it. The people who attack you, they need it. They need the healing more than the person that they're attacking. But they don't see it. They don't see it for themselves because somebody did the same thing to them. Attacked their self-esteem, projected onto their beauty. Harsh projections onto their beauty. Bitter, angry, petty around their beauty. That's why I said in a Pisces new moon reading, I refuse to be an old, bitter Betty. I'm 30 years old now, but I remember being, 14? As young as 7 years old. 20, 21, 25. Old women projecting onto my beauty. Old men projecting onto my beauty. No, thank you. I would like to just exist in my vessel without you projecting onto me. That I want it, that I'm open, that I'm fast, that I'm slow, that I'm this, that I'm that. Don't project onto me, period. Because once I get to opening up my mouth about the truth of who you are, now you want to fight. Now you want to rumble me. Now I'm a drama queen and I'm this and I'm that and somebody better get her. They really not going to like you in this next cycle with all this money. Yeah, they really not going to like that. They really about to be mad about that. About these changes that are happening. You manifesting pleasure. Imagine attacking me when I couldn't manifest pleasure. I'm already down for the count. I'm already in poverty. I'm already homeless. I'm already down bad. I'm already depressed. I'm already sick. Everything that I want is already intangible. I don't even see a way to get it. And you're already attacking me. So imagine the attacks once these changes start happening. Now that these changes are happening. And see, that cycle was also to lift you up. Not only in terms of your self-esteem, but your intuition. With all this purple out here, you gotta tap into your intuition so that you can know, okay, I'm around somebody who can't stand to see me shine. Let me step up out the spot. It's not worth it to be there for me. For real, I can go. Oh, we about to have a turf war. Let's have a turf beef. Oh, she trying to step. I'm not trying to do anything, sir or ma'am. But I see that clearly somebody's intimidated. Somebody's mad. Yeah. So let me go. Because I've already awakened to my liberation. I'm already liberated within myself. I don't need the views, the likes, the clicks, the donations. I don't need none of that. God has already, God is already, he already sees the ins and the outs of everything. That's how God works. God hears your thoughts about me, about my platform. God hears your thoughts about me, about my work, about what I do. God hears your thoughts about everything. Okay? So, he already told me, beware of anyone from the past wanting to enter back into your life. I'm already put up on game about everything that you think that you're already plotting and planning. You're not plotting and planning on anything. I'm a high priestess. Okay? I'm very endowed with gifts from God. So, you would be a dummy to think that you're ever going to get over on somebody who is divinely guarded and protected from God and all the archangels. After cycles of being downtrodden, after cycles of being down bad, I'm finally being awakened to my liberation. And you're still trying to go? Are you sure? Are you sure? I would really cut that shit out if I were y'all. These karmics, these phonies, and these jabronis, they better stop. Because it's very much so seen, it's very much so felt. Your elevator don't go all the way to the top. You got to suppress the collective. You got to suppress your friends. You got to suppress your family members. And you don't want the collective to come around to help other people awaken. Ooh, because what would that mean for you? See, the collective can see right through you. So if they get too close, you gotta gatekeep. Because if they get too close, they'll start having everybody else see right through you. They can't figure you out. They can never figure you out. Salty and puzzled about your beauty. Imagine that. How did she get that? How did he do that? How did he get that job? How did he get that position? How did he get that girl? None of your motherfucking business, bitch. Because God is good and all the time. That's how I got it. How did I get here from where I was? You blinked your eyes. Oh my gosh.